Join me for some lovely homemaking. We are preparing for Valentine's Day, making a fairy tale bouquet, doing some healthy cooking, and discussing book updates. Hello everyone, Jennifer here, and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. I have a really fun January homemaking video for you today. I have some recipes, some flower arranging. I'm going to share some updates on the books that I'm reading, and more pressing, we are going to be unboxing the Get a Hug mystery bears. These are the Valentine's ones, and my son and I look forward to this every season. I just want to show you what we could possibly be getting here. These are the options of the different Valentine's bears that we get in the blind box. So I'm excited to see what we have. So my son went first and he unboxed Mr. Cupid. This was so perfect for him. What a cute little guy. He's wearing a heart suit and a polka dot bow tie. And then I was so excited because after much anticipation, I got the one that I secretly wanted, Loving Rose. This bear has an adorable rose costume. They are so cute. These would make great Valentine's gifts. My son and I look forward to unboxing these every season. I have a 15% off Get a Hug discount, so I will leave them down below. Now let's make a fairy tale bouquet. I'm calling it that because it looks magical to me. We will use ornamental kale, green hydrangeas, chrysanthemum, and lavender. The purple and green from the sturdy ornamental kale are so beautiful with the other verdant colors. This bouquet truly captures the feel of a January fresh start. Once I finish the arrangement, I place it in our living room. I think it looks lovely here with the chinoiserie lamp and our other decorations. How lovely. While we are on the theme of lovely fresh things, let's make some lettuce wraps. I cooked some ground turkey until it browned and I drained it. And to this I add some chopped bell pepper and carrot and I stir that around. Then, and I'm just eyeballing everything here, but I add hoisin sauce, soy sauce, a dash of sesame oil for flavor, and some furikake seasoning. Then I add some roughly chopped green onions and a giant handful of cilantro. And that is the meat filling. To assemble these, I take some romaine lettuce leaves. Butter lettuce also works really well here. And I fill them with the turkey mixture. And this might seem odd, but I'm also adding chopped grapes for sweetness and texture. I would have loved to have had watered chestnuts for this, but I was out, so I feel like the grapes are a good replacement for them. Then I add a few more green onions to the top and a side of sliced oranges, and there you go. This was a very refreshing lunch. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'd like to take a minute to thank LMNT for kindly sponsoring today's video. LMNT is an electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. LMNT contain a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. They are formulated to help anyone with their electrolyte needs. One of my favorite products of theirs is LMNT Sparkling. It has no sugar, no caffeine, and all electrolytes. They have some amazing flavors, including black cherry salt, pineapple salt, and lemonade salt. I love all three. Right now I'm having black cherry, which is delicious. LMNT Sparkling offers health seekers an all-new option to support their health across a broad spectrum of occasions. With each can, you are taking a sip against sugar and stimulant-loaded drinks, turning the tide toward health. You can get a free sample pack with any order. Just go to drinklmnt.com/dailyc. That's drinklmnt.com/dailyc. And thank you to LMNT for sponsoring today's video. And now back to the video. I wanted to do a winter TBR reading update for you. So over Christmas break, I read The Widow by John Grisham. That was after I finished all my Christmas cozies. And I knew I'd probably like this book, but I didn't know how much I would like it. I couldn't put it down. I had to put it down because of all my responsibilities, but I just was hungry for knowing what happened next. So The Widow is John Grisham's first whodunit. He normally writes legal thrillers. I'm sure you're familiar with them. A Time to Kill, The Pelican Brief, The Firm. A lot of them have been made into movies. And so this one is different because the lawyer himself is accused of murder, and it is a whodunit, or as John Grisham said in a few of his interviews, did he do it? That's the question in the book. And it is a slow burn. I mean, this isn't like a thriller with twists and turns, although there are a few of them, but it's just one of those books where you have to know what happens. The main character is highly flawed. He's going through a really hard time in his life. And then he's accused of murder, so things get really tough. So I just loved this book. I really did. It was one of my favorite books I read in 2025, so I wanted to give you that update. Okay, I'm currently reading Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Amanda Flower, and I was so excited to learn about this series because I love Emily Dickinson. Like, I'm a super fan. I have read all of her poems. I have read all of her letters. Like, I've read biographies on her and her family. I'm just obsessed. So when I found out that Amanda Flower, who I love her books, wrote this kind of Emily Dickinson murder mystery series, I was so excited. And I do love the series, but I forget that I'm like this with, I don't know if this would be considered fan fiction, but when it involves a real historical person and then they are put in these fictional scenarios, like she's solving a murder mystery with her maid, sometimes I do get a little uncomfortable. Like, would Emily Dickinson have approved? Do you know what I mean? And maybe she would have, because she wanted immortality. So she is living on in these stories. But I can't get past that in my head and think, well, would she have said that? Would she have said something like that? And I think the key to enjoying a book like this is suspending your belief and just playing along with the game, you know? That's like the only way that you can enjoy it, because I do find myself thinking, oh, she wouldn't do this, she wouldn't say this, she would, you know, like, I love Amanda Flower's writing. She showed me that I could like paranormal cozies. I never thought that I could. She wrote the Magical Bookshop mystery series, and I loved that first book, Crime and Poetry. I plan to read more. And she also has an Amish series for cozy mysteries as well. So anyway, this is nothing about Amanda Flower because she's a great writer, but that's what I want to say about it. But I do think that if you love mysteries and you could suspend that, that you could enjoy this book. Anyway, I would love to know what you are reading and how your winter TBR is going. Let us know in the comment section down below. Before we go into more healthy recipes, I just wanted to thank you all for your great support of my new book, The Daily Connoisseur's Guide to Living Well at Home. I am loving reading your reviews, and I'm so grateful to you for sharing the book and all the support. So thank you so much, everyone, and I will leave it linked down below. I'm going to show you a few more healthy recipes that I've been making now. I always love preparing chia pudding. I do it the night before so I can enjoy it the next morning. As I plate this up, I'll tell you how I did it. I usually use almond milk, but this time I used oat milk. because we had some, and then I added Greek yogurt and chia seeds. Then I always add a dash of vanilla extract and some maple syrup. And the next day, it's all set and delicious. This morning, I added some blueberries, strawberries, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds. And I enjoyed this alongside some toasted sourdough bread and a hard-boiled egg. What a great breakfast. And then I've shared my red lentil recipe so many times, but it bears repeating that I just love this, and we have lentils probably around once a week, especially this time of year. Lentils are not only a very affordable meal to make, but they're so delicious and good for you. Also, my kids love them, so if you're, not sure if your kids will like them, just give it a try. I usually use what we have on hand, so the recipe changes depending on that, but this time, as you saw, I sautéed onion, garlic, and celery in some olive oil. I switched up the spices today, so I used turmeric and cumin, and then I added my rinsed lentils and plenty of water to cover, and I added chicken bouillon to that for flavor along with some pepper. And after it cooked down, I added a giant handful of chopped cilantro. So served over rice with a pat of butter, it was satisfying and delicious. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to LMNT for sponsoring. You can get a free sample pack with any order when you go to drinklmnt.com/dailyc. That's drinklmnt.com/dailyc. Thanks so much, everybody. Keep calm and remain classy, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.